Hello, students, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, as you already know. And tonight, in this lesson, we're going to be working on more phrasal verbs. And this lesson is going to be phrasal verbs number 7 with the word turn. So if you guys watched the previous lessons on phrasal verbs numbers 1 through 6, you already know, but we're going to go over it again just to be sure, that phrasal verbs are used everywhere in English with all verb tenses and in all types of communications, including daily conversations, emails, movies, books, news, social media, business, and in academic settings. Phrasal verbs are essential for achieving natural fluency in English, and your vocabulary will be very limited without them. This is true. Learning all these phrasal verbs can be challenging at times because sometimes the phrasal verb carries a meaning that is much different from the verb alone. There are many phrasal verbs in English, and to become fluent, you must learn all of them to master your comprehension and speaking ability in order to have more expressive and natural conversations. But don't worry, because in this lesson, I'm going to give you lots of examples so that you will be able to use these words correctly and with confidence. So let's get started with phrasal verbs with turn. We have turn away, which means to refuse entry or service to a person, to look in another direction, or to reject or distance oneself. He turned away because he couldn't bear to see the tears in her eyes. I don't like to watch horror movies. Whenever there is a scary scene, I have to turn away and even cover my ears. After all the lies and betrayal, she turned away from him completely. After the scandal, most people turned away from the political party. They told him that he didn't follow the prescribed dress code and he was turned away at the door. Let's see what he's wearing. Oh, you look cool and in style, but it's just not right for our restaurant. So I'm sorry, we have to turn you away. Turn back, to reverse direction or go back in the direction you came from. To stop progress or development, to refuse entry. We went boating yesterday, but we had to turn back because of the storm. Scientists and researchers are working hard trying to find ways to turn back the effects of aging. If you don't have a passport, you will get turned back at the border. If I could turn back time, I would enjoy every moment a little more. When climbing Mount Everest, many climbers decide to turn back when they are only halfway up the mountain. And that would be me. I wouldn't even make it halfway up the mountain. I would walk maybe an hour and then I would be like, okay, I'm hungry now. I'm going back home. That would be me going down the mountain. Turn into, to transform or change into something else, to become something different, to change someone's or something's character, personality, or purpose. Over the years, the small town turned into a bustling city, attracting many visitors and new residents. The discussion quickly turned into an argument and the argument quickly turned into a physical fight. Then the police showed up. Hard times and difficult situations can turn the nicest people into bitter individuals. You are lucky because all your dreams turned into reality. Upon receiving the letter, her excitement quickly turned into disappointment when she read that the university had rejected her application for admission. The caterpillar turned into a beautiful butterfly. She turned the spare bedroom into a small art studio where she could have some peace and quiet to create her stunning artwork. Here she is working in her studio, creating her stunning artwork. Turn over, to flip something so that the other side is facing upward. To transfer control or responsibility. To give something or someone to someone in authority. Everybody was relieved when the suspect was finally turned over to the police. I don't know why he stole them, but he eventually turned over the stolen documents. When he retired, he proudly and enthusiastically turned over the business to his son. You have to turn over the pancakes so that they cook on both sides. Just like here. You have to turn them over now so that they cook on both sides. Turn around, to physically rotate, to change or improve something dramatically. She turned around to see who was walking behind her, but strangely enough, nobody was there. We need to bring someone new into the company that can turn things around before it's too late. It's never too late to turn your life around and become the person you always wanted to be. We missed the exit, so we had to turn around and go back on the highway. The new coach really turned the team around. The police ordered the suspect to turn around slowly and put his hands on the wall, just like here. Turn around slowly, put your hands on the wall, you're going to jail. Turn in means to go to bed, submit work, report someone to the authorities. I had a really rough day. I think I will turn in early tonight. Fortunately, the criminal decided to turn himself into the police. You didn't turn in your last assignment. That's why your overall mark, your overall final mark is so low. Can you help me with this? My teacher said I have to turn in all my homework by Friday. Of course I can help you with your homework. It would be my pleasure. Turn against. To oppose or stop supporting someone or something. She couldn't believe that her own family turned against her during that difficult time. Over time, the public turned against the government and its restrictive policies. Most of his friends turned against him after all the lies he told and the trouble he caused. So now he sits all alone in a room with no friends because they all turned against him. Turn out, to end up a result in something. to be present or attend a function or event, to make or produce something. It was raining a lot this morning, but it turned out to be a beautiful day. How many vehicles does the factory turn out per month? It turned out that she was right all along. Don't worry, everything will turn out just fine. It turned out better than we expected. We were happy to see that a lot of young people turned out to vote. Yes, we're happy that the young people are taking an interest in voting, and many of them turned out to vote. Turn on, to start a machine, device, or light. To become hostile or aggressive suddenly. Can you turn on the lights, please? It's so dark in here. The crowd was horrified when the whale turned on its trainer. She can really turn on her charm when she wants to. Oh, and she's a lovely, beautiful, charming woman. If I had her charm, I would turn it on too. She looks beautiful. Turn off, to stop a machine, device, or light. To cause a loss of interest in or an aversion to something or someone. Why did you turn off the TV? I thought we were going to watch a movie tonight. Most people were turned off by how arrogant and sarcastic he was. I like to turn off all the lights in the house and sit by the window and enjoy the natural light and the spectacular view. That looks just lovely with a cup of tea also to go with it. Turn up, to show up unexpectedly after being lost or misplaced for a while, to appear or to be found, to increase the volume or intensity of something. You always lose your glasses. Don't worry because they will eventually turn up. Oh, this is my favorite song. Can you turn up the volume, please? The invoice that I have been looking for 2 months finally turned up in the pile of papers on the top shelf in my office. You missed that opportunity, but another one will most likely turn up soon. I can never get any work done around here. Something or someone always turns up to distract me. It's a little chilly in here. I think I will turn up the heat a little bit. Yep, turning up the heat to get the apartment warm. Turn down, to lower the volume or intensity of something, to refuse or reject someone or something. Can you turn down the music? I'm trying to study. I turned down their job offer because the salary was too low and the location was too far from my house. He was devastated when she turned down his marriage proposal. Oh, he seems to be devastated. She said no. Turn someone on to someone or something means to introduce someone to something new or make them aware of it, and they end up liking or appreciating it. It was your sister that turned me on to jazz music. Now I listen to it all the time. Mike turned me on to that podcaster. He really discusses a lot of interesting things. She said that she was turned on to yoga several years ago and that it has changed her life in many positive ways. Well, that's good for her. She likes yoga. Okay, so that's it for that lesson. If it helped you, you can subscribe to the channel. You can put a like on the video, leave a comment down below, or just say hello. If you guys are trying to improve your English quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. This is the 4th edition, published and distributed everywhere in the world by McGraw-Hill. Notice up here it says 4th edition. I used to tell you guys to get the 3rd edition, but then the 4th edition came out. If you guys get a copy of this workbook, which will help you so much, I want you to start on the first page and complete every page right through to the end of the workbook. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. You can find this workbook everywhere, online, in bookstores, and very easily on Amazon. If you guys are having difficulty with your verb tenses, I can't believe it. It's so easy. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's so easy. You can get yourselves a copy of this workbook, English Verb Tenses, also available everywhere and online, and of course, very easily on Amazon. If you get a copy of this workbook, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the workbook. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. So that's all I have to say. I'm done for tonight. That's the last lesson I'll be putting up tonight because I'm starting to get a little bit tired. So I'm going to say I'll see you guys in the next lesson. So good night for now.